Let's see who comes back. Let's see who comes back. Oh, that's never happened. Hi, Tammy. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Can you hear me now? Let's see. Can you hear me? Yes. Yay. That's affirmative. Oh my goodness. I'm going on my phone to see if I can actually my phone to see if I can. It worked. Oh my goodness, you guys. Thank you for staying with me. So we don't get a fancy intro tonight because, oh my goodness, that took 10 minutes to figure out. Hi, Christina. Yay. Boom, boom, boom. It's Saturday. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to see everyone. That was crazy. I had everything set up and then it just disconnected my microphone. I had to restart my computer. But I'm here and you guys are here. Happy Saturday. How is everyone's new year so far? I have some very warm lighting going on. How's 2023 so far? I'm going to have to like re-edit this situation, like my thumbnail and all of that, so people know. Well, I'm happy to see you, Audrey. Oh, Julie, it's going icky. I'm sorry. Theta's saying yes. Trixie, my sister in the UK. Hi, Trixie. I love Trixie. I love me some Trixie. She's hilarious. Anyway, cheers. As always, you know, Saturday night, I like to have a little beverage. So instead of dry January, which is like a thing where you like stop drinking, I'm kind of going quasi like dry January and doing rosé. Does that count? Because it's just like rosé. Crinkle, you're sick? I'm sorry. I hope you don't have the Rona. Seriously. I know a lot of people that got the flu or got coronavirus, and they're having like the long, I don't call it the long haul. What do they call it? Is that what it's called? Long haul COVID? Or they're just like having the long kind of residual, cough and effect and stuff like that. Hi, Michael Nothing. Yay, Michael Nothing says drink more January. Gin January. Gin is fine. Gin's good. It has no calories. I don't drink gin because I am allergic to lavender, and a lot of gin is infused with lavender. I don't drink a lot of hard spirits. Very rarely will I have a like a vodka martini with pickles. That's like as kind of boozy as I get. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm having a rosé that's by a wine company called Mind Body, and they do low sugar, kind of low alcohol. It's like fake rosé. It's rosé, but it's like, I don't know, light. Rosé light. Long COVID. I know. Everyone's been getting the flu. I mean, I'm so lucky to be in LA. Even though we've had loads of rain here, which sucked, I've been seeing on the news just like all of the crazy snowstorms and like the weather that's going on in other places is just absolutely bananas. So I'm sorry for all of you who are living places where the weather is absolute shite. I mean, I didn't like the rain here. It rained a lot on New Year's Eve, but even though I haven't been on in a couple of weeks on my regular Saturday Doot, doot. Live stream. I was live on New Year's Eve, on Saturday, New Year's Eve, with my buddy Lewis at his channel on Nerd Report, and I see some Nerd Reports. Hi, Jules. And that was crazy. We were on for like 5 hours, I think. We rang in the new year and did our countdown from the East Coast, New York, and Florida, and everything all the way to here in LA. And then we even ended a little bit like early, and then Lewis came back on because he had missed Hawaii and wanted to do. That's so Lewis, right? He's like, I feel bad. I missed ringing in the new year in Hawaii, so he came back. Hi, Brandon. How's the pup, Brandon? So yeah, I was live for many hours that night, and we had like crazy fireworks going on. It was like, bleh. It was not nice for my new puppy because she hi Melissa, yay Melty. Yeah, it wasn't nice for a new pup because, okay, so you know that I adopted my dog, Suki. She is a pit bull Weimaraner lab mix. I don't know if that is correct, but that's kind of what we think, the vet and the people that I the shelter. But I did a DNA test and sent in the lab results, so I'll find out in the next couple of weeks like what she really is. But what she really is amazing and beautiful, and she's sleeping on the bed behind me next to her crate. She's not sleeping in her crate, she's sleeping next to her crate, so I guess that still counts. But there was a lot of fireworks on New Year's Eve, and it just absolutely sucked. Bojack is sleeping. Oh, I wish Bojack and Suki could meet. Yeah, if you guys ever want to just like cheer me up, send me a picture of your dog because it is like the best thing ever. But I really have to say, here we are, 2023. I've had my dog for 2 weeks and I feel absolutely madly in love. I feel like I feel just I feel crazy in love. Like I feel like, God, you know, those like funny dating shows that I always talk about that I love watching on like trash, like reality TV. There should be a reality TV show of like people and their pets that are just so madly and deeply and sincerely in love with their dogs and their cats, because I am that person, and I do feel different. I feel yeah, I just feel like swollen. I feel I feel a swell of love for this little nugget. She's so good. She's such a good girl, but she does not like loud noises at all. She doesn't like little yappy dogs. She's fine with big dogs, but she's like just getting by with kind of crazy sounds and stuff like that. Anyway, so that is my puppy update. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I have to tell you this. So I got a message from two people, two friends on Instagram. I'm seeing if you're in the chat, but I won't call you out. But to see if I would have a Christmas, like not a Christmas, but like an Amazon wish list for Suki, for toys for her, because I got her on Christmas Eve, but then I didn't live stream for those 2 weeks. Anyway, so I did. I put in my Amazon wish list that's on my link tree. Hi, Lewis. Hey, Lewis in the chat, my bro. And just a couple of like little things for the dog, you know. She already has a crate. She still needs a bed and some, you know, some like she has dry skin, so like some dog shampoo, some treats, some toys, a harness or whatever. And I looked at my Amazon just a few minutes before starting, and I clicked, and I think somebody bought her a harness, and I think somebody might have bought her a bed. But I don't know, because like that's how Amazon works. If you have an Amazon wish list, it's it's like anonymous. It's like secret. You can't tell like who bought it, when they bought it, when it's coming. But oh my goodness, if you're here, if you in the chat, someone bought Suki a bed and a harness or some dog treats, thank you so much from both of us. Suki. That is absolutely so sweet. I would much like rather have that than like a Christmas present for myself. Yeah, Suki. Ski means, the name Suki means loved one in Japanese, but as like a name, but like Suki, Suki means like, or love, to like something or to love something. So yeah, that's why I named her that. Also, the name that they gave her in the shelter was Odessa, and she didn't like that name. Somebody gave her that name for like a month and a half while she was in the shelter, and she was not feeling it. So anyway, let's give some shout outs to Lisa Grayson Lewis. Hi. It's Lisa Grayson, my friend, my bud. It's her birthday today. And I just absolutely love Lisa so much. Oh my gosh, she's just the coolest chick ever. We've hung out a couple of times, maybe four times, and hung out in Vegas. Yeah, Lisa's the coolest. She's just badass. She is a badass mama jamma, and it's her birthday. So happy birthday, Lisa. Anyone else? Any other birthdays in the chat tonight? Yeah, she's really cool. I can't wait to hang out with them again. Lisa, if you're in the chat, happy birthday. Julie Ma says she looks more like a Suki superstar. Yeah, that's Suki's, her second name is Suki Superstar. So yeah. But anyway, thank you if anyone bought Suki anything from my Amazon wish list. It is on my link tree. If any of my mods in the chat, I know Julie, you're a mod, and Brandon, I think Melissa actually is getting her. Melissa should get her wrench. Let's see if I can do this without messing anything up here. Melissa, add moderator. Okay. And Bernadette is also, of course, a mod. And I think, Melissa, you are also a mod there. So there you go. And Brandon, yes, you did, Mel. You got your wrench. So if any of the mods want to post my link tree in the chat so the other people can have access to it, all my social media is on there, my Instagram, my Facebook, my Twitter, my TikTok, although I'm not really very much on TikTok. I do have an online vintage clothing store called Depop. That's on there, and I'm kind of filling stuff up on there. True believer in recycling clothing, and I'm very anti-fast fashion, if you know what that means. Fast fashion. You know what fast fashion is? Fast fashion is like clothes made from factories for like H&M and Target and, you know, Zara and it's, you know, Walmart and stuff like that. they're made in factories that don't take care of their people. It's all like bad news bears. So I love vintage clothing and I love recycling and recycling clothing. So I'm a big advocate of that. Buying and selling used designer clothes and just kind of keeping the goodness going. So that's also in my link tree. You will see a tab that says raid my closet, and I need to fill that up and put some more stuff in there, because I have some really good stuff. I have some like vintage Yves Saint Laurent jackets and just really cool stuff to get rid of. And I kind of believe in, like, out with the old, in with the old, out with the new, in with the old. You guys feel me on that? Like, buying vintage clothes is so much better for the environment, and it also just like makes you look cool. It's true. It's true. Like, whenever I wear something, I walk down the street and people are like, hey, you have really great style. You have really great fashion. Like, da, da, da. And it's all about the mixing and matching, like you have access to anything online. I'm kind of reading the chat. You can go to Depop. There are people, selling and buying and selling their clothes, and there's really good stuff on there. Really, really good stuff. And it's better for the environment. It's better for your look. I also dyed my hair last week. Upcycling. I know I love thrift shopping, but I don't really shop that much because I have too much stuff that I have to get rid of. And yeah, I did. I finally bleached my hair again. So it's like super, super blonde-aroni. Super platinum blonde. It's fun. It's fun. My roots were like this long last time I saw you guys. I was looking little not so cute. So, hi, Lisa Boo. Hi, Audrey. Hi, Erin. Hi, everyone in the chat. Kyle says, Amy, if you ever come up to Canada, I'd love to introduce you to some awesome places here on the island that sells your stuff. Sells stuff your style. Seriously, I do. I love thrift and vintage clothes and thrift. Oh my gosh. Suki is snoring right now behind me. So cute. It's so cute. She's behind me. Right behind this curtain is my bedroom. Behind the closet is my bedroom. She is sawing wood right now. Why is it so cute when dogs snore? Why is that so damn cute? She's snoring. Sorry. Distracted. Distraction. Yeah, this is vintage. This big blingy bling thing. Kyle is telling me to look up Coombs Country Market Tofino fashion. Okay, totally will. Yes. Hamilton, we have a fairly large antique mall and many antique stores along the same street. Come here. Okay, Michael, I'll come visit you. Wait, where are you? Toronto? Oh, it's too dang cold. It's too dang cold. Erin says, and annoying as heck when our spouses do it. LOL. Oh, the snoring? Well, that's why I don't have a spouse. I can just giggle when my puppy snores. I can't get annoyed. It's just too darn cute. Oh my goodness. I can't even take it. Well, I'm so glad you guys are like hanging out with me. What a very, very active chat tonight. You got me on my toes. We started the stream. The microphone was dead. all that stuff was happening, but there's like great energy from all of you, and thank you for watching my videos. You guys saw that I did a video yesterday. Was it yesterday morning or 2 days ago? I guess Thursday, with my friend Larry, the DUI guy, plus my friend Larry, the lawyer. And oh my goodness, we have so much fun when we hang out. When he's in LA, we just laugh and have a really good time. And we went around and did a whole bunch of fun stuff. And then he did an interview with me, a little ask me anything stuff. So I was going to the dog. I was going to have a kind of a subject about tonight. So I guess I'll get into it 20 minutes later. Or we could talk about it anytime you like. But yes, so some people have asked me, like, what did you do before you were a costume designer? Have you always been a costume designer? Yada, yada. And so, hey, Wancho's in the chat. How's it going? How's it going, bros? So sorry, my pup is making crazy noises behind me. So yeah, so before I did costume design, I living in New York, I had a production company called SOTU Productions, which I still own actually. And SOTU, SOTU, stands for Showgirl of the Universe. Yes, there's weird noises coming from behind me. I'm so distracted. Suki, are you good? It's a puppy. So Showgirl of the Universe was the name of my company, was SOTU Productions. And I was producing live entertainment and events for like themed parties with dancers and showgirls and circus performers and fire eaters and aerialists and contortionists. And I mean, opera singers, musicians, DJs, you name it. And before starting that production company, I was performing myself. I was a choreographer and dancer. And yes, I was a showgirl. And they used to call me in New York, they used to call me the Showgirl of the Universe. That was kind of like my title. From the early 90s, it started like that. And New York was just such a interesting place then. Like in the early 90s, before Giuliani was mayor. Now, I will say, I was never, like, when I was younger, I was never like politically conscious, or like I didn't really think about politics, but you could definitely characterize certain years in New York by who was mayor at the time, like the Koch era, Dinkins, when he was mayor, and then, when Giuliani was mayor. And there was like a whole, Michael says early 90s, you aren't that old. Michael, thank you, darling. I know. Yeah, I'm almost half 100, babe. But yeah, I'm 49. But when I was going out when I was super young. Like I started going out when I was 16, 17. Even at 17 years old, I was like actually working in clubs. So I was really like involved in the party nightlife of New York. And like back then, you could kind of just get away with anything. Like pre-Giuliani New York, it was bananas. And a friend of mine and I lived together in a loft in Chelsea. down the street from the Chelsea Hotel on 23rd Street. And it was this huge loft, and he was a theater director and a theater producer and a theater fabulous person. And I was an aspiring choreographer and dancer at the time. You know, I was whatever, young, 19, so yeah, 19, I guess. And we decided, so I hated where I lived because I lived in the East Village and over an Indian restaurant. And there was like, it was just like, ugh, I just didn't like my place. And his place was really big. And he's like, move in here. I need a roommate. So I met him, moved in as his roommate and best friend. And we realized like we couldn't really pay our rent because we were just like artists in this huge loft. It was like a 2,500 square foot loft. And we ended up, yes, I have met Bette Midler, Aileen. I will tell you that story. We ended up using this loft as a way to do like backers auditions for an off-Broadway show that he was directing. And then the backers auditions, meaning like we would do the show there. We built a proscenium and made a stage and a light booth and everything. And we would like invite, you know, investors to like invest in the show so we could have a Broadway show. But I kind of knew like what we were doing at the time. The play that he had, it was just much better scaled back and done as like production numbers. Let me explain. So my friend who I have to, now that I'm talking about Tony, I have to have Tony on the show. Tony, one of my best friends of 30 something years, Tony Mirando, AKA Dutch Wiseman. Marlene is asking me, did you ever go to the Pyramid Club? Yes, I used to go to the Pyramid all the time. A lot of friends, a lot of times at the Pyramid Club. Yeah, so during the same time around the Pyramid Club and all of that. So anyway, so Tony and I lived in this loft. He was doing a play that he directed as an off-Broadway show called Die Stripper Die. And it was about 1957 New York burlesque. Now, burlesque, as we know it now, as like a trendy, or it has been trendy for the last, 20 years or something. Back then, it didn't exist except for in history books. Like the word burlesque there was no neo-burlesque. There was no any kind of movement. There was no Dita Von Teese. This is like before that. This is legendary. Okay. So Tony, we looked at the show. I came in, I was performing in it, but I was really more choreographing at the time. And we just took out all the dialogue and all the script and all the acting and just kept in the production numbers, which were like the striptease burlesque numbers. And it was all like super 1950s, super high production value, like lighting, choreography, direction, detail. It was Fosse. It was vaudeville. It was lyrics, original music. Nobody had ever seen anything like that in New York at the time. Okay. No one had done this before. Tony and I in the loft, and this group of girls that we had, the Wiseman girls, because his name was Dutch Wiseman. That was his pseudonym. But yeah, like no one did that. And I grew up with all the drag queens and all the drag shows, and costuming all of, those performers. So it really kind of intermixed and intermingled into this whole scene of like a new type of entertainment, a new type of burlesque. So we were doing it. I know that there was also a group in San Francisco during the same time as us, maybe a little bit later, called the Velvet Hammer. And if anyone knows anything about burlesque, or if you read any books about the history of burlesque, you can look up Dutch Wiseman's, you can look up Amy Goodhart, you can look up the Velvet Hammer, Julie Atlas Muse, world famous Bob, all of the legends that have now gone on to kind of start this whole movement that is today. So yes, we were like the first ones to start it. We were like the pioneers of burlesque. And it was super fun. And we had a friend, a woman who was an older woman. I feel like she was in her, she was in her 50s then. We don't know where she is today, but if she's still around, but she was like, she was probably older than her 50s. But anyway, she was a showgirl in the 1950s in Vegas. And so she, taught all of the girls kind of the art of the tease and the art of like striptease and things like that. And I was going to dance school, taking classes at Alpha Naley, studying modern dance, ballet, flamenco, jazz, tap, modern, Dunham, Graham, you name it. I was a dancer. And this is a very Cliff Notes abbreviated version of the story. But in the early 90s, yes, we produced these shows. It was completely illegal to have people come to the loft. Like, we turned our loft into a nightclub, charged like $20 a person. This is like in 1991, 92, 93. Had a bar, but the bar was behind a bookshelf. Had to pay our bills. Had to be artists. But man, those were the days. I have not had a boring life. I have not had a boring life, let me tell you. And gosh, the shows got so popular that people came from all over. There was people who literally flew in from all over the world to see our shows because they were so fucking fabulous and like dynamic. And it was the production value. It wasn't like some chicken feather boa on some girl with pasties. Like, it was like jazz musicians from Broadway. It was, the costumes were like vintage Bob Mackie original, like Cher's like hand-me-downs turned into, and then I was making the costumes with them. But it was real. It was like a real speakeasy. And and it was like word of mouth. We would invite people. We had little matchbooks. I actually still have one from like probably 1992. We would have little matchbooks printed with just our phone number, and we would just give it to certain cool people that we thought were cool at nightclubs. And we would just say, like, just come. Here's the code. We do it on Wednesdays. We do it on Thursdays. We do it on Fridays. The shows were usually around midnight or 1 a.m. And yeah, those were the days. Christian Ty Edwards says, any pictures or videos from those days in the loft? Yes, there are. And that became the problem. The show was so good. And we changed the show every week. Like, we were just like, new choreography, new this, like, boom, say, boom, fussy. We changed the show every week. It was so good that the New York Times came, and New York Magazine, and all of the magazines, and Vogue, and Paper Magazine, and all of the press started coming because they loved it. And they were like, New York nightlife, like, this is it. But the problem was, It wasn't exactly, you couldn't do it to not like we never got arrested, but you couldn't do that today. Just say that, like, just have a loft and like turn it into a nightclub and have booze and dancers and musicians. But it was amazing, and we started it all. And I think if you go to Wikipedia and look up "My Name, Amy Goodhart Burlesque," you'll see some of the articles. I'm in loads of books. Tony and I did something just crazy. We did something crazy with that loft. It was really phenomenal. and that's where it started. I mean, we had like princes from Saudi Arabia like fly to come see the show. Can you imagine? Like, people were paying $20 to come and see the shows. I mean, the shows were just duets, men dancing tango with other men, feather headdresses. Like, it was crazy. Our loft was in the middle of Chelsea. It was on the second floor above a Japanese restaurant and below a dog training school, both that closed by 10 p.m. So it was like a walk up. We had the staircase, and you'd have to knock on the door and say a private word and come in. So anyway, but it was great. It was like the best days. So I always like kind of laugh when I moved to LA, people were like, "Oh, we're doing burlesque." I'm like, that's cute. Or they talk about, "Oh, have you been to this new cool spot? It's a speakeasy." I'm like, but it's not. And they're like, "No, it's a speakeasy. You have to come to the speakeasy. It's called the box. It's called this." You walk through a refrigerator and then put a coin in the slot in a mattress and it moves, and then you go in and it's a bar. And I'm like, yeah, but it's not like an actual speakeasy, because what we did was dangerous, totally off the grid, completely New York, completely fabulous, completely non-legal. But we ran that bitch for 4 years. We got raided, but nothing happened to us. It was great. Oh, Melissa is saying, "So sorry I deleted you. Did she accidentally?" Melissa, are you getting like mod? Are you getting moderator happy? What happened? Did somebody? Did somebody just get? Did somebody just get deleted? Bernadette's like, "Why am I thinking of the birdcage?" Yeah. Well, those times were so good. But Tony and I produced shows. He directed, I choreographed, we performed. We would find dancers from my dance classes, and like actual dance students and like Martha Graham, students, and introduce them to this like older showgirl, and like teach these dancers how to strip, how to take off a glove, and like, really just like do the garter belt, the boom. And then on the other hand, we would also like go to strip clubs and find strippers that I would teach how to dance. So we found dancers, taught them how to burlesque, and we found strippers and I taught them how to dance. And that was really funny. There was a place called Billy's in Chelsea. And there was some broads. Everyone had a name. Everyone had their own like code name. Dakota Ridge, Johnny Darling. What was her name? What was Rhonda's name? What was her name? Rhonda Jam. Rhonda Jam. Oh yeah. But New York was just so fabulous then. And it was just, it was like a time that you could create yourself. Like, I literally invented myself. I was just a poor artist who wanted to dance. I got on stage, broke out of being shy, just loved it. and Tony and I would just watch like old musicals, Singing in the Rain, There's No Business Like Show Business, like all the Marilyn movies, all the Betty Davis movies, all the vaudeville shows. He had a library, a really vast library of theater information. Yes, she says it was very Natalie Wood and Gypsy. Yes, it was. We would watch Gypsy. We would watch Auntie Mame. Oh, I love Auntie Mame. I would watch all of those divas. So it was kind of just like that incredible time. And at one point, I remember meeting Josephine Baker's son, Jean-Claude Baker. Josephine Baker, famous showgirl, famous dancer, singer, and actress, who became famous in Paris. She was originally from St. Louis. In the 1920s. Anyway, she had adopted a ton of kids, and her son, Jean-Claude, had a restaurant named after his mother called Chez Josephine. And I met him in the late 90s. And I remember he was the first one that had coined, he said, you're the Josephine Baker of the new millennium. Because that's what I was doing. I was like singing, dancing, wearing these Rosalind Russell, exactly, wearing these, towering feather headdresses. And Jean-Claude passed away many years ago now, but I met Jean-Claude and hung out with him at Chez Josephine at his restaurant, and he loved he loved the fact that people were calling me kind of the Josephine Baker of the new millennium. But yeah, he was really sweet. I actually got to, at one point, went to the Josephine Baker Museum that a friend of mine was like part owner of in St. Louis, and I got to try on her jewelry, her diamond bracelets. I got to wear Josephine Baker's diamond bracelets. Yes. But yeah, it was just so crazy and so much fun. And so that was like the 90s. Tony and I, we lived together in a nightclub. That was our home. Like, it was a loft. Okay. And then there was a proscenium that we built, and then behind the proscenium was the dressing room where all the dancers and showgirls would get dressed and ready, and we had male dancers, female dancers, musicians, and then behind that was his bedroom, and then behind that was my bedroom, and we had 2 bathrooms back there. So it was like this big, loft that was like our home, but separated. But when you walked in, it just completely looked like a nightclub. We did the lighting ourselves, the sound. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. Like, I had to have Tony on the show so he can tell his stories from there as well. He's still directing right now, and hopefully he keeps writing, because he's a brilliant writer. But we did that, and then we actually got some offers from investors to move the club, Dutch Wiseman's, to make it legit. And we had to get out of our lease. And Tony and I, we didn't have a day off for 4 years. Like, literally, we were at each other's throats. And it was just like 2 queens, at it, we didn't eat. We were like, but I ended up moving out of the loft, and then he moved out, and we had another spot that was like a legit club, and it was legal and like an actual club. And that I was not involved very long after that. Things went south between us. We had a huge Tony's still alive. Tony's still around, and he lives in Indiana, actually. He teaches at Notre Dame. He teaches theater and directs and writes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tony is still around. Oh, is he? And we are still friends after 30 whatever years. 30 something years, we still talk on the phone and laugh our asses off we still laugh at all the funny, fucked up stories. It's too many. It's too many. There's too many stories. But yeah, but we did. So there was one showgirl that, okay, you guys know the story of All About Eve? You know, the movie All About Eve? There was one girl who was kind of my choreographer, assistant, dance captain, we'll call her, who, you know, if I couldn't be there, or if I was busy, or if I was performing, doing a solo show or something, she would fill in for me. And then she kind of weaseled her way in. It was kind of like an All About Eve story. Like, she wanted to be me and kind of wiggled her way. That sounds bad. I can't even give her that much credit. God, she probably has like 7 kids now and like lives in whatever. No shade. No shade. No shade. No one's angry 30 something years later. That a bitch. I don't even remember her name, Kim. But yeah, so she, oh my God, I got a super chat from Tinkle Tits McGee. Oh my goodness. Sweetie, thank you so much. Oh my God. Thank you so much. I love your name, Tinkle Tits. I'm feeling like I got like little glittery tinkle tits right now. Hopefully my mom's not watching. She doesn't like when I do the YouTube things. Yes, Tinkle Tits McGee. Thank you. That is so generous of you. Thank you so much for that super chat. You're absolutely awesome. I need to send you something. Give me a DM. Like I should send you like something, like a showgirl costume, just for your name, Tinkle Tits McGee. Are you kidding me? That's a Wiseman name. That is like a Dutch Wiseman name. Oh, there's another super chat. I've had 2 from Tinkle Tits McGee. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, McGee? I love you too. Thank you so much. Look at me getting all misty. Thank you so much. That is so generous. You're my gold star gay rando in San Diego. Yes. Bomb, chicka, bomb, bomb. Okay, San Diego's not that far. Call me. Yay. Oh my gosh. Awesome. Yay, yay, yay. Yay, yay, yay for the gay. I know. Tinkle Tits McGee. I like your name is amazing. You're in San Diego. You're just incredibly you're a dude. I love you. Yes. Of course. Like, of course that is. I think Tinkle Tits, I think I need to send you your dude, LOL. Like a something. It is the best name. No, seriously, Tinkle Tits McGee is the best name ever. Hearts for Tinkle Tits McGee. Like I need to send you a present. I literally need to send you a present, like a showgirl headdress or something. Like some memorabilia or like a rhinestone. Like I need to send you something like a rhinestone tiara or something that you can like run around and like make pancakes in. I don't know, but I love you. Thank you so much for those super chats and the name and being here. And yes, I'll make you some pasties. I'll make you some pasties, some man pasties for your little nips. Yarg in the house. There's some yarg in this house. There's some yarg in this house. Okay, Tinkle Tits is also on Twitter. Oh my goodness, seriously. Stop it. Call in someday. Stop it. You are a phenomenon. Really. I love you. so much. Thank you. And everyone in the chat, obviously, with all of these hearts in the chat for Tinkle Tits, Yarg. I know. That was like terrible. I was trying to sing. And Theta Coker, can't match Tinkle Tits. Wait, let me highlight this. Can't match Tinkle Tits, but maybe this is start of the bet because they're freaking expensive. They are freaking expensive. And thank you. And Suki, I can't say her name too loud because she's sleeping behind me. And Suki also says thank you. Yes. Oh, you guys are on fire tonight. Everyone's on fire tonight. So, see, those are some of the stories, some of the early stories. Yeah, for sure. You can definitely like Google Amy Goodhart, Showgirl of the Universe, or burlesque, or whatever, and like see some pretty incriminating photos of me with my tinkle tits out. I'm sure. And how did I end up? Pat is asking, how did I end up at the Eastern Columbia? Well, I did the shows with Tony and all the showgirls for a while, and then I went off on my own, and I worked on an off-Broadway show that I wrote called Sin, that I did at La Mama in in New York. That's where Hair actually premiered. What is going on? What is going on, Tinkle Tits McGee? Oh, you are getting, forget it. I'm finding you. I am finding you, and I am sending you some goddamn rhinestone something. Yarg said, Yarg said, I'm gonna start using that. What? There's some yargs in this house. There's some yargs in this house. There's some yargs in this house. Yeah, because I love Yarg as well. Yarg. I pronounce your name terrible. Best names in here. Seriously. Choo choo, motherfuckers. Yes. Oh my God, this chat is lit right now. I'm dead. I am obituary. So, yeah, it's all happening. I'm highlighting everyone right now. Highlighting everyone. There's some yargs in this house. Hi, Melissa. Ooh, did I mute me? No, I didn't mute me accidentally. So I did my own show, off-Broadway show, and it was really incredible. It was just like a total like catharsis, kind of like I was I was writing this musical, and it was like based on it was like a musical based on the 7 deadly sins. And it was fabulous, of course. We had gluttony, we had sloth, we had lust, we had wrath and rage and envy and greed and all of those. So I did that musical, and then I started to like do shows with other dancers. It just kind of grew and grew. Oh my gosh, Tinkle Tits McGee, stop it. Stop. Now you're just like distraction nation. Wee! Tinkle Tits McGee, wee! With the super chat. Oh my gosh. I love it. I gotta read some of these chats. Wait, how do I make that go away? Hang on. Yeah, you guys are all bananas. You guys are all bananas tonight with you and your like super generous super chats. Thank you. That was a snag. Can we get all of the hearts? Can we get all of the hearts? All of the hearts. Black hearts, pink hearts, red hearts, all the hearts in for Tinkle Tits McGee. Sorry, that was a little off. McGee, Dickletus McGee, you sound kind of Irish because your name's McGee. So silly, all of you, so silly. Yay, rainbow hearts, Melty. Jen Pearson, I didn't say hi. And Audrey. Ernestina Clementine. I love that name. Alice Martinez, Trixie. Christina was asking if I have ever met Madonna. Can I tell you something? Would you believe it or not? I have not met Madonna. But I have. So when it comes to like 6 degrees of separation of people, I'm 1 degree away from Madonna in all different ways. Because one of her best friends, Maripol, became one of my closest friends growing up, who was a photographer, and she was Madonna's stylist also. And I have all of her photographs. And I actually have photographs. It sounds really weird. I have photographs of Madonna's feet, but I have some Polaroids of Maripol's, and it's a bunch of one of her really gorgeous Polaroid photos of a bunch of high heels, and some of them are like Madonna, Debbie Mazar, Maripol. I forgot who else is Edwige is in there. Anyway, yeah. But yeah, Madonna is very super 6 degrees. Hey, Panda Bear, thanks for the super sticker. Thanks, Panda. I like your hair, Bear. What else? What else do you guys want to ask me? It's 3 a.m. and where are you? Yvonne? Yay, finally caught you. It's 3 a.m. in UK. Yeah, well, it's 3 a.m. You're a badass. Being up all late. Look at you. Hey, Carly. Yeah. I like all the badasses up at 3 a.m. Christina says, I saw her way back when I was 21, Blonde Ambition tour. She was awesome. One of the best concerts I've ever seen. That was when her and Sandra Bernhardt were dating. Yeah. They weren't really dating, but they were like close. Yeah. I know. You know, I love Madonna still. Like, I know a lot of personal, like, ish that she has with other people, and some things that like didn't go down well. You know, but I still love her. Still love her. Gotta love Mo. Okay, Tinkle Tits now. You're just being kooky. Testing. Tinkle Tits McGee, testing. Thank you so much. You have been so generous. Okay. Marlena was asking, sorry, I missed a little question here from Brandon, was saying, Marlena was asking if I was ever with any of the club kids. Yes, I was. So I was kind of like, I was, but like, so the club kids during like the 90s with, you know, at the Limelight and Webster Hall and all of that. Yes, I was around all those times, but I was kind of like in a weird place. I was morphing between my punk rock CBGB's days, like working at CBGB's, and kind of in like, I had this band called Thrust, and I was like in a punk band and kind of edgy, but then I was really into the goth meets 1920s vamp, like diva look. Imagine like 17-year-old me, right? Okay, 17-year-old me is like punk lesbian, dyeing my hair red or black or whatever, but also like super attracted to the glamour of that 1920s Louise Brooks, that vampy kind of I don't know, Theda Bara, like that exotic that exotic look. So I wasn't like, yeah, it was like goth. It was like punk, goth, glamour, diva, movie star. That was my zhuzh. Actually, that was my zhuzh. I never thought about it, but that was definitely my zhuzh. So yeah, so I was around when all those guys were around, the Michael Alec and all the club kids and all of that. But I didn't mess with them. Like I never did drugs, so I was not in that. That I never got like deep in that world when they were all dressing, you know, with ping pongs in their hair and platform shoes and everything. I was kind of like, I was just like a little more chic. I don't know. I was like more like I would wear a tuxedo with nothing underneath and high heels. Like I would like wear like men's clothes with like high heels, lipstick, red lipstick, high heels, a man's tuxedo, no shirt underneath and like go to the deli and get a coffee and, you know, pack of cigarettes or something. Like that was me. Like that was just like me when I was like that age. But yeah, like I never did any of the drugs, so I was never in that. Yeah, it was kind of like Earth and Sky. Hey, Earth and Sky. So punk 1920s vampire. Like vampire without like being too literal goth. I don't even think I was like that goth. I'll send you some pictures. I'll send you some pictures. Like I need to like talk to all of you. Yeah, but absolutely. Tinkle tits coming in hot with the question face. Tinkle tits, my friend, my gay brother. I need to send you some rhinestones. Yeah, everyone's like, thank you, Tinkle tits. I mean, come on. The McGee part is really what makes it. Who freaked you out? Trixie freaked me out. Freaked me right out. Okay, cool. Wait. Have you ever met RuPaul back then? Now, yes. Yeah. I met RuPaul lots of times. Hang on. Whoops. Have I ever met RuPaul? Yes. Actually, yes, I've met RuPaul many times back then. And I actually performed at the Limelight with a group called The Voluptuous Horror of Karen Black, and it was a performance art group band with dancers, and Rue and I performed one night together on stage in body paint and crazy wigs and bunny ears. But yeah, like we would see each other out at the clubs, but like she's a little bit older than me. Miss Rue. But it was very exciting back then, like going to Wigstock every year in the park. And it was really exciting when RuPaul got a TV show on VH1 when she did, you know, her supermodel and like had a Barbie doll and like had a show. That was so mind blowing to be around back then. And be like, wow, one of us, like one of us weirdos, the drag queens, the queers, the weirdos, the punk, goth, lesbian, showgirl, weird, whatever, like to like make it. And RuPaul made it. And still is, which is pretty fucking awesome. Mad respect. Yeah, Wigstock was. I performed at Wigstock many times, and I still have all of the pamphlets, the little like playbills from there. New York City was RuPaul's stomping grounds, and I must say, walking out of the subway and seeing Ru on the billboard was like cool. I know, it really was. I mean, all of those, like, oh my gosh, the East Village, those days were so Fun. I was good friends. God, if he ever sees this, we should reconnect someday. But I was friends with DJ Dimitri from the band Delight. Do you remember Delight? Delight. Yes. How do you say de groovy? Anyway, the band Delight lived down the street from me, and Dimitri and I were super close friends. I remember the day I met him. I was walking down the street going to ballet class. I was like so skinny, like 17, 16, 17, probably 17 years old, all black tights, and like running to the subway. And it was right before Groove is in the Heart came out. It was like right before then. They were making Groove is in the Heart like right that week. Anyway, and Dimitri like came running in front of me, and his head was shaved with a green pot leaf, shaved and dyed in the back of his head. And I was just like, who is this guy? And this like Russian guy, you know, like so goofy in this big goofy shirt. I'm like, who the heck like shaves their head and dyes their hair green with a pot leaf in their head? And it's like in the East Village. Yeah, and Dimitri and I met. We became buddies. We became good friends. We used to hang out a lot. Yeah. Oh, some fun times. The East Village, some good times. Grooves in the Heart. Yeah. Uh-huh. You guys are loving this? What else about the East Village? Who else? What else? Who else do you want dirt on? Now that I'm halfway through a glass of 90-calorie rosé. I have to say though, if I was to get sponsored for this channel by a beverage to drink, I like light wine. Like it's nice. It's called Mind Body. It's like low calorie, low sugar, low alcohol wine. So instead of it being like, I don't know, 12% alcohol, it's like 8 or something like that. I don't know. Pussy wine. I'm drinking pussy wine. There you go. It's not great. It's not like amazing. Like it doesn't taste amazing. Rosebud Amy says, Rosebud Amy says, Amy, do you remember the Fugs band played in the East Village? Oh, I forget. I'm way older than you. I don't remember the Fugs. I remember like a lot of the like hard, like the punk bands that were when I worked at CB's. It was like that whole scene was like, you know, the Ramones and Cop Shoot Cop, Fetus. There was a band called Lubricated Goat. There was a band, there was like all those like kind of hard punk rocky crazy. All bands had like the weirdest names back then. There was a band called, yeah, they're like like they would name them after serial killers or like found objects or I don't know. But like there was great bands too. Like the Swans were really great. I was friends with those guys. Trixie says, well, I was sober 6 days. I'm not anymore. She's so funny. Well, I'm drinking pussy wine. Like, I'm like basically sober. I'm laughing so much tonight. It probably seems like I've had more to drink than I have. 8% alcohol wine. It was just there. Rosebud Amy, shortened for Amy. Rosebud Amy, I love that. Brendan said, I love the yeahs. TV on the radio. Okay, so yes, TV on the radio, friends of mine from Brooklyn. Like, we hung out, love them forever. Yeah, TV on the radio. I was at TV on the radio's first show, their first show. Oh my God. And I saw them not too long ago. We laughed about how funny that was in Williamsburg. I moved to Brooklyn in 1999. And in Williamsburg, and like no one cool lived in Williamsburg. It was like no one lived there. Like now it's like this hipster, like amazing. But I knew I knew Mike Girar of the Swans, and Algis Kaziz was one of he was like a brother to me, Algis. And Stritz and Neubauten, those guys. But yes, and who are we talking about? We're talking about TV on the radio when they had their first show. Definitely. Yeah. Michael Nothing, Dua Lipa. What does Dua Lipa have to do with this conversation? What I have shoes older than her. Okay. I literally have shoes older than Dua Lipa. But I like her. Yes, not Colonial Williamsburg. Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Billy Berg. Williamsburg, Brooklyn, which became like the hipster everything. Oh my God, Amy, did you ever go to the Village Idiot Bar? Probably. It wasn't like my place. We used to go to like Max Fish, Mars Bar. So we would work at CPGB's, and then yes. Amy, did you know Jim Jarmusch? Yes. Yeah, I met Jim Jarmusch a bunch of times. But like didn't really like him. So didn't like hang out. Did and still do know TV on the radio. Yeah, I know those guys. Who else? I'm trying to figure out the Dua Lipa thing. Brandon says, and I take our shirts off, jamming out to Dua Lipa. Brandon Torres and I to take our shirts off, jamming out to Dua Lipa. So wait, Brandon Torres and Michael Nothing right now. So you're watching my live stream, but you guys are like shirtless, jamming out to Dua Lipa at the same time. I'm confused. I'm super confused. Yeah. So Williamsburg is not Gettysburg. Yeah. No, Williamsburg, Brooklyn is like, or Billyburg is, it's like fancy now, but it used to be like hipster. Before that, it was just like Polish bakeries and kind of dangerous. Yeah, Julie Moss, Max Fish. Oh my God, so many times at Max Fish. My God, like so many crazy, crazy fun times. Karaokeing with like, like bands, like actual bands. But yeah, it was fun. Like so my sister, who's older than me, she was very beautiful, very popular, had boyfriends, lots of boyfriends. I didn't mean it like that, but like she had lots of like really cool boyfriends and stuff. And I not, obviously. I was just like a little bit of like a weirdo kind of artist, shy before I became a performer. I was like kind of shy and artsy fartsy. Yeah, when I worked at CBGB's, I wasn't even like old enough to be serving drinks, but I was working there. It's how it was back in New York in the day when no one cared. You didn't have to be old enough to serve booze. Panda man, Manda Panda. Tinkletit says, I'm mad YouTube won't let me super chat anymore. Well, you can send me a message, Tinkletits. If you want to message me. I'm so fucking grateful of your super chats. Like, that's insane and so generous. You're so amazing. Like, I cannot even. Tinkle Tits McGee is the best. And I'm going to find you. I mean, I'm going to like send you presents. But thank you so much for all the super chats. Julie was asking, what year was I working at CBGB's? I guess that was like, yeah, like 89, 90, 91, 91, 92, 90, 91, 92. I think that because I know I have a painting from a really incredible artist from 1992 signed. But yeah, I was going to ask, because we've been going on for a while, if Brandon or any of my mods, Brandon, do you mind dropping or do a little spam-a-lam-a-lam for some people that just joined my link tree? Because I want people to be able to see my link tree because I have everything in there. If you want to like drippity drop that in there. I don't know what Michael Nothing and Brandon are doing. Let's see. So I have to find it. Here we go. Brandon's doing it. There, Brandon Torres with a very nice emoji that I designed. Spam-a-llama-llama, spamming the link tree. So there's my link tree for everyone. Everything's in there. My Amazon wish list for my dog, my social medias, my website, my online vintage clothing store, my PayPal or Cash App. If you would care to donate to the stream, absolutely you can. You do not have to, but if you would like to, YouTube does not take 40%. It will go to me in super chats, obviously YouTube, but it keeps me in the algorithm. But yes, you can definitely tip there or just check out and, follow me on Instagram. I love reading all of your DMs. And if you send me a selfie, I will make you your own emoji. I'm going to, Rosebud Amy, Rosebud Amy sent me a super sticker. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's so sweet. I love making emojis. Yes, Melissa, you need to send me a selfie so I can make an emoji. I will make an emoji for anyone for free, obviously. Just send me a selfie of yourself. I've made a lot of the Carly, I think I made your emoji, your icon, Brandon's in the chat here. But I will make you emojis. I love cartooning people. It's super fun. I love making artwork. Tinkle Tits. I think Steph is going to come to SoCal in a few months. And I offered to show her around the town. I think Andy and Lewis are up for it too. Well, I am definitely up for it. I wasn't sure yet. I messaged Steph today. I wasn't sure yet if Steph was going to be able to make it to LA or to SoCal on her quick trip to Florida. But Tinkle Tits, you can find me on Twitter, on Telegram. We have a Telegram for In the Closet with Amy Goodhart. And all that jazz. And all that jazz. Tinkle Tits McGee, I have a question for you. And everyone else in the chat. Press 1 if you love karaoke. Press 2 if you do not like karaoke. So 1 if you are a karaoke fan and will sing your little heart out with me. 2 if you're like, no. Let's get some. Oh, woo, look at all the ones. I only got 1 too. Gold dogs for me got a 2. Look at all the ones. Trixie, you karaoke too? Trixie karaoke's? Yes. Michael Nothing, I know you do. Aileen, 1, but suck at it. Who cares? Oh my goodness. Oh, there's another 2. Earth and Sky says, I like watching other people sing. I can't believe how many 1s. You guys love karaoke like I love karaoke. I love karaoke. I really do. But I mean, I like making a fool out of myself because like I'll pick a song that clearly I cannot sing like Prince. I love trying to sing Prince because I fucking love Prince. I love trying to sing. I don't know. It just feels good. It's like such a good release. It's like meditation. Karaoke is meditation. I know that like you can't play music on YouTube unless it's, you know, for copyright reasons or something. So I don't know how that works out. If we can actually, I'm trying to like, I guess you can post something, but then it'll get, like, it won't get monetized, or it might just get taken down on YouTube. I don't know, but I would love to film a karaoke party. Do you guys know Vito? Do you know Vito Gesualdi? Vito from comedy? You guys heard of him? He's a friend of Andy Signore and Popcorn Planet, but he's also like a freaking hilarious dude. And he came to Vegas and we karaoke'd our hearts out. It was like Paige, Vaughn, Vito, and I. It's Kim, Steph, but like Vito is, he lives in California. What happened to my voice? He lives in California. He lives in Cali as well. Lisa Boo, you saw him. You saw him sing, right, Vito? He's so good. Yeah, he's a comic book creator. Okay, I'm not like saying everything about Vito. Vito is amazing. He's great. He does everything. He's a writer, an artist, a comedian, a YouTuber, but he and I are definitely Brandon just put up Vito's channel. He and I are like karaoke siblings, like we're like twin flames of karaoke together. So much fun. Yeah. Okay. So Lewis, who is also just like one of my close friends, Lewis does not like karaoke. He doesn't like it. He doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to sing. He's just not a karaoke fan, and it just breaks my heart. But at the same time, I'm like, if he was, it would be like too perfect because we would hang out too much or something. Like we only hang out and watch movies together and talk about stuff. Wait, Tinkle Tits, you were asking about who? Wait, the ha 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 burr guy? I don't know who that is. I don't know who the ha 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 burr guy is. I don't know. But like, you know what? Lewis doesn't like karaoke. Fine. That's fine. He can do his own thing. He doesn't like it. He doesn't get it. There's people who just like get it and people don't get it. Like, I think maybe he's like secretly like a car singer. Like some people either like karaoke or they sing in their car. Maybe he secretly sings in his car. I don't know. Pearl Jan, which your name is awesome, Pearl Jan, says, I sound like Cher had a stroke, but I love it. You know, when I first read that, I was like, Cher had a what? Like, I actually thought you were writing like something bad about Cher. Cher is fun to karaoke to. Little gypsies, tramps, and thieves. Yeah. Everyone, write to me your jam. Write to me just your song. Like, don't get like, give me your favorite karaoke jam song. What's your song? I'll tell you what mine is. I have a lot. I'm sorry. I have a lot. I can't write it. I have too many. Oh, we get some good ones right here. They're forever lost. Marlena Mars says I rap. Ooh. The Girl from Yonder, Shakira, Underneath Your Clothes, Trixie Himes, I Gotta Go, I have to work in 4 hours. I don't know that song, Trixie. I don't know that song. But you gotta go. Yeah, it's super late in the UK. Jules, Paradise by the Dashboard Lights. I Think I Love You, The Partridge Family, Christina. Oh my God. I love that. I think I love you. Gloria Gaynor, I Will Survive. Yeah. Pearl, if I could turn back time. And Tinkle Tits Mickey giving me another. Let me think about this. Yeah, I should sing more in my show. Well, I can't really sing I can't sing somebody else's song because I think it's like the whole YouTube copyright thing. So I can't do it. Well, I would love to do a Saturday night live stream, maybe a little earlier than this. Oh, Michael Nothing says I would do anything for love, but I won't do that by Meatloaf. Love Meatloaf. Rest in peace, the loaf. I would like to do that. I would like to do a karaoke live stream with you guys. That would be fun. I've had so much fun. Does anyone have any questions for me? Any other Ask Me Anythings? Sorry, the lighting is a little bright. Any other Ask Me Anything about my sordid past? Ask me anything about my years as a dancer. God, I'm a dancer. Dancer dances. Black Velvet is one that you. Ooh, that's a good song too. Melissa T, Baby Got Back. I would love to hear you perform that. Mel T, I would love to hear you perform that. Tinkle Tits, I love you. I'm going to end this stream. If anyone, I'm going to end the stream because you know what? I got my little baby. I got my little baby. My little pup that I have to take out. I have to feed her dinner because it's, oh my gosh, it's already 7:39. But I started a little late. But I have to take her out on a nice walk. But I'm super inspired by all of the karaoke songs. I have so much fun telling stories. If anyone, yes, we should have a doggy play date. Yes, Tinkle says we should have a doggy play date. I would love that. If Brandon will spam out my link tree one more time. If anyone cares to get that information for my social medias, for my Cash App, my PayPal, you absolutely don't have to, but if you would like to send a tip, that would be amazing. That would make me happy, and it would make Suki very happy. So send a tip for Suki, and we'll wrap up the stream. Oh, Marlena says, wait, ooh, the chat's going fast. Marlena says, I have so many questions, but I'll hold off. Thank you, Amy. It's been an awesome stream. Well, Marlena, I'm still here. Ask me one question. Did I miss anything? Oh, Jacques 727 says, who's your favorite choreographer? Bob Fosse. Bob Fosse, for sure. Yeah. And yeah. Any chorus line music? Yes, I know every song from a chorus line. It's one of my favorite musicals in the world. Definitely. Let me get to, yes, Tingletons, we need to have a doggy play date. Copious Cookies says, what job has been your favorite? That's for like another video, I think. It's too much to think about. because I've had so many favorites. Cheryl E. Hi. I didn't get to see. Hi, Cheryl. Cheryl E. Not Sheena E, but Cheryl E. In the closet. What product would you recommend for drawing realistic eyebrows for those whose eyebrows are almost non-existent? Well, I use a powder makeup for my eyebrows and a brush because I also had so many years of plucking in the 90s and rhinestones glued to my face that I don't really have eyebrows either, but I use like a powder makeup and it stays on really well. Better than the pencil or cream. You're like, yeah. What else? Christina says you need to add more items on Amazon. Stop it. Shut up. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for Suki to why don't we get Suki in here? Let's get Suki in here before I end the broadcast, okay? You guys all good for that? Because I have to take her out anyway. So hold on one moment. She's going to jump up on here, knock over the microphone, knock over the camera, be crazy, and I will end the stream. So hold on so you can see my little baby. She's so amazing. But I'm sure she has to go out, so hold on. Come here. Oh, well, hello there. You're just going to sit right there? Hi, babes. I love you too. Hello, guys. Well, thank you for joining in the closet with Suki. She's going to eat my hand. That's my babe. Yes. I love you. I love you so much. Look at this face. Look at this face. Suki, you just sat right on the chair. Say hi to everyone. Say hi to Bojack. Say hi to Bojack. I'm so in love. I'm so in love. Sorry for yelling. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to end the stream so I can take out this baby love. I love you guys so, so, so much. Bye.